Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
I feel like you're talking real soft today. For anyone who doesn't know, it's our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons, or sometimes for no reasons at all.
That's right. Is that better?
I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm losing my hearing. We are recording today for everyone out there on a Friday at 3:00.
That's right.
I've already worked my 2 other part-time jobs. It's my story.
Yeah.
Which means I am coming in here with my fucking shoes on fire, basically. And I'm like, let's go.
That's right.
It's been a fucking day. Been a fucking week.
Well, we're about
fucking day and a fucking week.
Okay. Can I talk about this?
I would love for you to.
Thanks, because I'm going to anyway. So, Alani knew.
Sponsored the...
No, please. Not a sponsor, but we would not be mad.
No.
So, my obsession is the Halloween one, and we always get them every year, and we drink
Which
them.
Halloween one, though?
Not the new Halloween one that they did in 2025, the caramel apple one.
What was the new one?
The one we tried that was that tasted like it was supposed to be pumpkin spice, and it tasted like butt pie. It was gross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, this one is Winter Wonderland, and when my husband went to the store, he came back. He was like, "I found this for you in Brooklyn to try." I'm like,
"What are the flavor notes?"
Flavor notes are snowman with seashell boob on flamingo.
Let me see.
Here, you do it.
Your descriptions.
But you asked me for flavor notes. I'm like, I don't know. Christmas.
And I feel like
it's holly and jolly with a hint of Santa.
Yeah, there's about 0 fucks on trying to figure that out.
I know. What's it say? Please drink responsibly.
It's a little... I'm of the age now where I need good lighting.
Somebody get her readers.
I can't fucking see. I don't see anything that implies the flavor.
Okay.
And you're right. The only thing I can see is like
it's a palm tree with
a berry.
Yeah.
I'm going first.
You're going first.
I'm going first.
Do it. ASMR. ASM that R. Oh, you're swishing it around like a wine tasting. What do you think? Is it sugar plum or some shit?
You go.
Oh, okay. I got to smell it first. You don't roll your eyes. Okay.
I was like, this whole episode is not you trying this alone.
I don't. What is that?
I think it's cranberry.
Oh, I don't hate it. Remember we used to drink alcohol on here? You gonna try it again?
Nope. Drew, try it.
Okay. We're gonna ask Drew, who's sitting in for producer Jess today. Drew's gonna try it. We're all gonna get mono together. It's gonna be a great time.
I'm sure he's gonna have lipstick on.
Oh yeah. I think it's like.
Oh, I just put my
This is why you guys need to watch it for free on Spotify because
feel free to leave that in, Drew.
Yes. He said he doesn't know either. It's some kind of it's like if a cranberry and a plum had a love child in the snow, it would be this.
I wouldn't necessarily. Okay.
No.
Putting my opinions together. Firstly, I would drink it again.
Yeah.
I would probably shower underneath and nozzle it. I think it tastes really good.
I like
it. Does it
yeah,
taste Christmassy though?
No.
No. Or even winter. You know what? Maybe I'll give you the wintry vibes. Move your foot.
You move your foot.
I can't. I am who I am.
Yeah.
But the can's cute.
Yeah, super cute. Okay.
It's hard to come up with like new crazy beverage flavors.
Drink winter though? Like what would they do for a winter? A different one? Because when they become our sponsor.
I've got nothing for it. I mean, I don't know what a winter...
Like candy cane?
But that's like Christmas then. Like if you're going by a season...
Yeah, this is it's called Winter Wonderland for all of you.
So a berry. Winter would be a berry. So I think they landed on everything of what you're interpreting it should be.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's our take.
That's our fucking hot take. I hope that fucking jazzes me up.
Yeah.
I feel like the last 2 or 3 times we've recorded, I'm coming in here and I'm like, I'm pulling it together, guys. Everything's fine.
You're my favorite Texas tornado. I tell you all the time.
Golly, I got to chill the fuck out. I also don't know if Mercury's in retrograde or what the fuck is going on. But everyone has felt sick.
Yeah.
And no one's sick. We're all just sick enough to be kind of extra pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
And it's because of the fucking temps in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yeah.
It was fucking freeze your garden. All my shit froze. And it was in like the 20s.
And
and
it
then
snowed.
It snowed.
It snowed.
It snowed.
And now it was 72 today.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking sweating.
Well, the solar flare is the biggest one for like some years or some shit. So that also affected things. So that's why like a lot of people have headaches, allegedly. The vibrations and all the blah, blah, blah. Clearly, I have my master's degree in solar flares.
I wish you would Google it more and then send me the link.
I just like to do like forensic foreplay. Just
That wasn't even foreplay. I barely even got turned on by it. You
Oh,
gave me
God.
just a fucking sprinkle. You winked at me in a bar when I was a little drunk. That's about all you gave me.
Man.
You're over here acting like you fucking got
What?
my shirt off. Like, you didn't tell me shit. You're like, blah, blah. I need to know more.
man,
Send a link.
losing my touch. The honeymoon is over, everyone. The honeymoon is over.
I'm going to tell you a story.
All right.
Kind of jumping in. I didn't even mean to because I just think I'll keep talking to you. And I'm like, we got work to do.
We got work to do.
We got work to
I'm
do.
just going to drink the rest of.
I just wish I would have put my work phone on silent, but I didn't. And we're just going to enjoy that texting. Okay. Move your fucking foot. Okay. I have Wikipedia, NBC News, ABC in Chicago News, I guess, CBS News, ABC 11 Archives, The Mysteries, I'm so cute. The Mysterious Murder of Amber Creek by True Crime Cam, and then Patch.
Okay.
I'm going to tell y'all a cold case that's cold in more than one way.
You said that so sassy and then licked your finger.
And I didn't even write that. That just came to me fucking organically.
Really?
Yeah. I'm tantalizing.
Okay. Well,
I'm
you
a
got my
fucking storyteller.
You got my shirt off. Apparently, you're
Yeah.
not winking in bars.
Oh, you are easier. All right. Tonight we're going to Wisconsin. The date is February 9th, 1997. It's the dead of winter and a couple of hunters are making their way through the frozen marsh of the Karcher Springs State Natural Area. To paint the picture of a marsh, it's a type of a wetland that has shallow or slow-moving water, and it's mostly made up of grasses like reeds and rushes. It's kind of exactly what you would imagine is a good place to hide a body.
Got it.
It also feels like a place 1000% you would think of in Florida with alligators or
So, like,
crocodiles, because I don't know the
A
difference.
swamp, but not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way prettier though. Like this actual place is really pretty, and I'm like, add it to the list.
Yeah, like marsh is a better word than swamp.
100%.
Marshmallow, swamp.
And they're different because a swamp like has way more water. This is almost like for the way we are, like think of it like a pond or more like maybe a creek for us.
Or as some people say, crick.
Yeah. Anyway, no one fucking cares
Right.
about that
Why are
part.
we
But
talking
anyway, the body of a young girl, partially clothed, her body frozen solid in the unforgiving landscape. She has a garbage bag around her head, has been extensively physically abused, including beaten and raped. She was slashed in the facial area and had a bite on the neck that was so deep it'll end up playing a role in the court proceedings that follow.
Oh, God.
Her underwear was found later inside of her jeans pocket. She had a $5 bookstore tag on her arm, which was from a bookstore in the Schaumburg area. Her hand, this is the most bizarre part of all of it, is I believe it was her left hand. And her hand was upraised almost like a wave. And on the back of her hand, written in what looked like ink, was a single 2-letter word. Hi.
What?
Yeah. Yes. Very bizarre.
Okay.
Wisconsin, 97.
First page already shook.
Yeah, I like to hard and fast. The hardest part here is that she didn't have any personal items on her. So she didn't have a jacket. She didn't have a backpack. She didn't have an ID.
In 97.
In 97.
Got it. Okay.
So there was no way to kind of find out who she was. She ends up being buried in Wisconsin in a donated grave that read Jane Doe. Around 100 people showed up for her funeral. And the city really came together to put her to rest without knowing who she was. For over a year, she was just Jane Doe. It would take nearly 2 decades to find out exactly what happened. This is the story of Amber Creek. Have you heard of her?
I have not.
Whenever I told you to look up the key players, do you remember their faces?
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have no idea how, because 97, I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember her face like hardcore.
Right.
And once I never know how.
Yeah, I think because she was a young female, so like that's first when we're at the age where it started showing on the news, because it's not like
yeah,
now
but
where
there's
it's all
no
over the
way
place.
that
And
our
like-
parents would have kept that on there and we wouldn't have heard about Wisconsin.
Right. I don't. Yeah.
Like that was back when we were literally paying, like it was the Christmas tree lightings downtown Friday at 6. That's what our news was in the 90s. It sure wasn't like Wisconsin stuff. I have no idea how I know about it.
I don't either. I remember seeing like the Green
I
River.
actually do. I'll tell you about it on it.
The Green River Killer that would hop on and off the trains.
Yeah.
Like I was terrified because the train track went behind our house, and I
Right.
was like young.
Pivoting back to my story, so you'll understand why you remembered it later.
Okay.
Before we get lost in the 17-year timeline of this case, as I mentioned, it's a cold case. Let's just lay out the basics, the who, the what, the when, and the where.
Okay.
Our victim is the young and very, very pretty Amber Gale Creek. She was only 14 years old from Palatine, Illinois. She was born on July 2nd, 1982 in Park Ridge, Illinois, and was raised in Palatine, Illinois. Drink every time I say Illinois. Fuck.
Okay.
She lived with her mother. Let me get ahead of that. She lived with her mother, Elizabeth Mowry. And I'm going to let you know that there's going to be things in here that obviously you saw on my works cited that I had a lot of things listed. And then I was trying to confirm where I was hearing things.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find the facts. So I'm going to tell you what is allegedly through what I have come to find out and what I can prove on paper, which is this much.
Okay.
You gotta love those episodes where I'm like, can't really confirm this.
At least though, like you did your due diligence and you're like, hey, this is what I found. It's not like we're like, this is the cold hard facts. You
Right.
can use this for a book report in
Right.
court. Like we're not using this for court.
This is correct.
Right.
This is correct.
Yeah.
So her life was complicated and unstable, Amber's, after being sexually abused at a young age. Here's what I cannot prove. What I heard was that her mother was into drugs and that her boyfriend sexually abused her when she was very young.
Her mom's boyfriend?
Yes.
It's awful.
Now, I cannot confirm, but also she was taken away from her mother. I feel like if I was piecing together this little
Yeah.
puzzle, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm like creating something in there, but just going to mention that.
Right.
And she was actually placed with her father. Okay. I hope I do not offend anyone out there, but you and I, we have grown up in meth capitals, yes?
Yeah.
Would you say you could look at someone and be like, they have done meth?
It's usually apparent visually
Right.
because of what happens to their face and teeth, etc.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Elizabeth Mowry on an interview that she did 17 years after the situation, and she fully looked like she has done meth or a very serious drug.
Got it.
So once more, this is from my intense knowledge of hard drugs from growing up in the Bible Belt, where it's all over the place. So I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Her mother, as I mentioned, had struggled with drugs, and I think it's pretty apparent that was somehow involved in this situation. And obviously, if you're like over here doing meth or any fucking intense drug, choosing the best partner likely isn't your number one focus.
Right.
So to me, the story tied itself into a bow that's how it actually happened.
Yeah.
Now, according to her family and friends, Amber was a normal girl up until the middle of 1996. What's a normal girl? Nobody fucking knows. But you know what? You know who does know? The media.
Oh.
From the fucking 90s, always saying that people were normal girls.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck is a normal girl?
Right.
No, her playing with her friends, being a
Right.
happy-go-lucky individual, all that jazz.
She wasn't out there like torching kittens in a cornfield.
Right.
Or anything. Yeah.
She was not a troubled child. So even when she was abused, whenever that timeline was, like, she still was able to cope with it until, if you ask me, which you did not, but you kind of did whenever you pressed play on a couple of Sassholes podcasts, I believe that when she started going through puberty, that's when everything kind of came back. And that's, if you weren't able to process what happened and you weren't getting the right help,
right,
then it's a snowball effect. It's already fucking hard enough growing up.
Trauma's trauma, especially if it's not, you never know when it's going to come back and punch in the nose.
You're right.
Yeah.
Things started to shift after she graduated from the 8th grade. She began to suffer from long periods of depression, which led to drug and alcohol abuse.
No.
She became what officials would call a frequent runaway. So yes, we have an actual runaway today.
Okay.
December 96, her father brought her to the Palatine Police Department and stated that he did not want her living with them anymore, according to the Daily Herald. She then became a ward of the state and was placed in a juvenile residential center, the Columbus Maryville Center in Chicago, because a foster home couldn't be found. I couldn't really find a lot about her father, so I have no clue what the choice was, what he was going through, what he was experiencing, what he was feeling, how he felt taking his daughter to the police department, saying he couldn't have her anymore. I don't know what the fuck he went through. And you can see quotes from him after 17 years later, after this whole, I cannot fathom what it would take for a dad to take his 13, 14-year-old daughter to a police department because the mother was on drugs. I don't know.
Even if you're in a bad situation, it'd still probably rock you pretty hard.
Rock him. Like, what was Amber doing that made him be like, I cannot parent her anymore?
Or flip side of that, you don't know, how he was, since you could, there's not a lot of info on him.
Right. But it actually, he's the one that gave her up. She didn't run away from him.
Yeah.
He went and was like, I am not doing this anymore. So really it's the main part is kind of what was going on with Amber because he was the father. Now, from what I heard too, and once more, I cannot find it. Her mother was with her father for a short period of time, like maybe 2 years or something. And so I don't know how rocky all of this shit ended up. Obviously, very fucking rocky. Yeah. We are in a rocky scene. We are in a rocky
horror
landscape.
Show. Yes.
At this point. Between December 13 of 1996 and January 23rd, 1997. Okay. January 13th. December 13th. We're talking a month and 10 days, right?
Yes.
I was double checking my math.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know.
She ultimately ran away 6 times, according to DCFS records.
6 times from
the ward of the state, as she was
after the 6 times.
6 times in a month and 10 days. So she could have been a wild child. Maybe he thought the cops that somebody who was more equipped to handle
maybe
a teenager who was a little explosive in her
a frequent flyer.
Yes, yes, and maybe, what she was doing.
Maybe he was like, well, he's afraid she's going to go out there and get killed or sex trafficked or something. And
anything.
He was like, maybe you guys can keep her safe. But we don't know. But that's one theory.
Yes, it is a fucking theory.
Yeah.
On January 23rd, 1997, Amber did what she had done before. She ran away. This time it was from a state-run juvenile residential center on Chicago's north side. She must have been so good at running away. I'm like, this bitch could have broken out of jail. I have no idea how she did all this, or if she just was going to the mall and then never came home.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. When you pick a story and you want to tell the story, but then you realize you really wish you could have got
there's a lot of holes that can't be filled.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're just not out there. And you're just like, man, this story it's sad, but has a decent ending. But anyway, I wish I could understand more of what she was going through, why she felt the way she did, why she was leaving so much. Was she constantly put in a bad situation? Could the juvenile center have actually helped her in the sense of dealing with her trauma and being okay with not running away and all that? But anyway. She did regularly speak with family members by telephone, though she never really disclosed where she was. And what also blows me away is just how young this girl is. Like, she's 14 years old and she is stuck being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to imagine, I was worried about like becoming a cheerleader and getting an A in my history class. And this girl's like trying to figure out where she's going to sleep at night.
Right.
Once more, by her own choice at this point. Like, this is a little bit by her own choice. As she did run away, though once more, I can't say that without knowing why she ran away, because there's many situations that you cannot stay in. But she was just having to be an adult at such an insanely young age. It's so fucking sad.
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned too, the sexual abuse at a young age was absolutely heartbreaking. But the fact that it doesn't seem like she got any help for it, from what I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way for her to process it. And so she did what almost any human being would kind of do. And she turned to the only way to numb pain, which was drugs and alcohol.
Right.
It's just a sad one.
Yeah.
It's a sad one that we all know so well. Now, the last time anyone officially saw her alive was in the days that followed. Sometime in that window between late January and early February of 97, she was at a party at a Motel 6 in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Witnesses say she left the party with a group of men getting into a luxury car, and that this was the last time that anyone saw her. I ponder so fucking hard here, because who the fuck in a luxury car is partying at a Motel 6?
I was thinking that.
And then in the podcast I was listening to, she had mentioned that there was a couple there and that the guy didn't really talk to her because he was there with his wife. And I'm like, what married couples go to a Motel 6 party? Who the fuck is going to a Motel 6 party?
I don't know.
That's not 17 about to chug jungle juice. Like,
they could stole some Smirnoffs out of their mom's garage fridge. Like,
right.
yeah.
This party made like no sense to me, but okay.
The 90s.
Also, I can't prove it.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot prove the statement of the married couple. Supposedly that statement of the luxury vehicle was real.
Maybe a luxury vehicle then was like an expedition.
It could have been also a luxury vehicle that was an old luxury vehicle.
Right.
Like, it could have been a fucking 20-year-old Lexus.
They're like, look at that Saturn.
Right?
Looks luxurious.
I remember it because
it looks brand new.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So just a short time later, on February 9th, her body was found by those hunters in Wisconsin. All right. So real quick here, the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, that was the DCFS that I had said before, which had custody of her, reportedly waited, get ready, 5 weeks to formally report her disappearance to the police.
Why?
Which led to changes in missing persons reporting laws in the states.
So they just didn't have
in
to.
the state. I don't know.
That makes no sense.
My nose is all itchy. I have absolutely no idea why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was I wasn't paying attention, a lapse in the paperwork. She's ran away 6 times in the last month and 10 days. She'll come back. We'll find her.
It's probably all that mixed together.
Right after the holidays. Like, there's a few reasons why, but now there's a whole new requirement to it. But this obviously fucking crippled the early part of the investigation, and explained how they never realized it was her. The Jane Doe was found weeks before she was actually reported missing.
Oh.
And that's another reason to love new databases and all the shit that they're doing to prevent this from happening again.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta remember, it was the late 90s.
Yeah.
But that's unbelievable that they took 5 weeks to say she was missing. Her body was found within those 5 weeks.
Right.
And because of that, like, no one... I kind of ponder here, like, the police department wasn't like, well, we have a Jane Doe, we'll hold on to it. But like every month, I'm going to double check.
Yeah.
That we weren't looking for.
Yeah.
That there wasn't a woman, a young girl reported missing.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
But it's so easy to say that because I'm not a cop.
You're not?
And I'm not alive in 1997 when this was happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
So much easier to say whenever you ain't got shit in the game. Yeah?
My phone just vibrated underneath my butt.
Who was it?
A spam call.
Was it really a spam call?
Yeah.
My husband just called me and I'm like, this bitch calling me when I'm recording. And I'm like, as I'm telling the story, I'm in the back of my head kind of getting annoyed. And I'm like, wait, we're out of our usual calendar date. Because he will do that. And I'm like, dude, we've been recording The same day and
the
time
same
for
time.
years at this point.
Mhm.
At least, well, since, a year.
Mm-hmm.
A year. And he knows he's on auto ring and this bitch will call. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, mine's on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know how that person just got through.
I don't either.
Shiesty AI. Anyway.
Right. Right.
Sorry, my butt vibrations just perked me up a little bit.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything to feel alive. That's cranberry.
Yeah.
I will now put my life on it.
This drink is now cranberry.
It's cranberry. It already was cranberry.
Oh.
Ask ChatGPT. Well, I tell you the story. All right. So the breakthrough finally came when the case was profiled on the TV show America's Most Wanted. The whole reason for the season, man. Watching that night was Amber's father.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. He saw the reconstruction and knew with a sinking feeling that the girl they were describing was his daughter.
Damn.
He notified the police, and that tip led them to compare her records. And on June 26 of 1998, dental records and DNA confirmed that Jane Doe was indeed Amber Gale Creek.
Oh.
They finally had her name, but her killer was still out there, and the lapse in time obviously negatively impacted the investigation.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that it was the 90s. So, all that awesome shit we had going on.
Right.
So obviously it's going to be hard to figure this one out.
Mm.
Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So for 17 years, there was nothing.
17 years?
17. No suspects, no leads, radio silence.
Nothing.
Body found in a place that she didn't live. Found out too late afterwards.
Yeah.
They had obviously they'd kept not obviously, because we've also found out how fucking evidence has gone missing, but not here nor there. And then this is why we know 2014 shit happens. And this is how you and I know.
Okay.
This is how we remember it. A piece of evidence that had been sitting in a box for nearly 2 fucking decades, combined with a bit of modern technology and a careless mistake, blew the case wide fucking open. Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at wboymedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
Does your face look like a mugshot lately?
Then it is officially time for you to visit Hetef Aesthetics in Owensboro, Kentucky or Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. Go see our girl Amber Teasley and her team, because they'll have your face and your skin look like a damn filter.
And their staff is absolutely amazing. It's like a mini Botox party, which personally is my favorite. You leave looking fresher and you don't have a hangover.
Another good thing is that if you go in there and you tell them that a couple of Sassholes sent you, you get 15% off of everything.
That's unbelievable. So if you have been considering getting that glow up and making that ex jealous, it's time.
Tell me
For
more.
Amber's family, those 17 years were eternity of not knowing. Her mother, Elizabeth, later admitted that she had lost all hope of finding the person responsible. She had said, quote, I didn't think they'd ever find this person, end quote. Riveting stuff. I'm like, that was literally like the quote we got. Like, and by we, I mean all of the media.
Right.
Give me more than that.
Right.
Imagine living with that for almost 2 decades, though, believing your child's killer would just get away with it forever. I saw news clips of them finally talking to the mother years upon years later, and her uncle was there in a separate clip. And he was like, these things just I just need to know how they figured this shit out, okay? Because she is in the living room with like a family friend. I'm making assumptions. I have no fucking clue who this other woman was.
Okay.
And she is like, she's going through photos that she obviously didn't even get out before the TV interview. And they're in a Publix bag.
Okay.
Or like a Kroger bag that you put your wine in, but like nothing on the inside. Okay.
Okay.
And the neighbor's like, I'm calling him, I don't fucking know who it was. She's like, wow, it's so dusty. And like, so she's pulling up so she took all of her daughter's photos down and they were in a bag.
Got it.
That were dusty as fuck. That she didn't get out before the TV crew came in.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I can't help but fucking overthink it. I was just like, wow, okay. And this was the only time she ever spoke to the news. Now the guy, and as they show it, they couldn't even show much of the clip. And the guy goes, the interviewer, whenever he's like, back in the studio.
Yeah.
He's like, so she was fine when the cameras weren't running, but when the cameras were rolling, she was just could not stop crying. And he goes, I just think it was still too soon for her to talk about it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Now the uncle, tickling my fancy here, you guys. This dude is on the side of the house or the back of the house. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the orientation of the house that he was outside of. And he was doing a bonfire with big ass like tree limbs, just talking to the news team.
Just talking and throwing them in.
Throwing them on top.
He's like, I'm really busy, you guys, but just hurry up.
My brother's outside, but he's burning that brush out there. But if you try, he might talk to you. He couldn't stop. They're like, no, we'll just do this. You just talk while you're doing it. It's super cool. Super fucking cool.
It's like when they interview people in the Midwest after tornadoes. It's like, yeah, I went outside to make sure my truck was locked, and they're like eating a sandwich or like, it's always the weirdest shit. And I'm like, what picks these people?
What is happening here? I don't know. Honestly, they pretty much did the brother interview. Like his words were more in there than anything else.
Yeah.
But he said that it completely ruined their family and that there was, I'm like, her getting abused by someone. Anyway, I'm being judgmental. I'm trying not to be. I'm not doing a good job. And I understand that. I will talk to a therapist about it. So anyway, he said it completely ruined their family and that there was no coming back for her mother, Elizabeth, and that her life basically froze in that moment. Combined with her drug use in the past, which I am fully saying happened after seeing her in that video.
Got it.
You could see that a lot of bad choices just piled up on each other. Mm-hmm. It's hard to imagine how differently she would be now if her daughter had lived. Because it really she was in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm sure she was. And then on top of that, there's probably guilt as well. And after her kid got taken away and then.
Yes.
Brutally
She had said at one point, she was like, I knew I should have taken her. And I'm like, you shouldn't have gotten her taken away.
Mm-hmm.
You should not have gotten her taken away. I cannot emphasize that more.
Right.
Then in February of 2014, the case was reopened. An Oklahoma crime lab was re-examining. This fucked my head up so hard when I was looking at this. I go, I'm in the wrong state. How did this happen? Right. Like I fucked something up. My story is completely a false lie. And no, literally an Oklahoma crime lab was re-examining cold case evidence and they turned their attention to the plastic garbage bag that was found over Amber's head. So unbelievable. I also wondered this too, where the evidence sits forever on a cold case. And see, the thing is, there's cold cases. You got to keep all that evidence, but you also can't get rid of evidence from people proven guilty in case something else happened.
Right.
And they're like, oh no, he really didn't do it. Or he had somebody else there and that's the other set of fingerprints or whatever it is. It's like, you can never get rid of evidence.
Yeah.
Where does this evidence go?
I don't know.
I'm curious if it goes to Oklahoma. They just have big vaults of fucking cold case fucking, I don't know how they have it.
It's the evidence farms of Oklahoma.
Right.
So I'm going to dive deep into that conspiracy theory.
Do it.
Yeah, but why were they doing that case? Because it was not like.
I truly think they had a team that was doing cold cases and they did any cold cases.
Oh, okay.
Right. And they went back through crime scenes that didn't have the technology to be able to do any of that.
It's just, you think they would start in Oklahoma and then.
It doesn't mean, okay. Yeah. No, sorry. It doesn't mean that they weren't doing their own in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they opened up all sorts of cold cases all over.
That's good though.
Yeah. Oklahoma might not have a shit ton of cold cases,
I
Heather.
don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. They turned their attention, as I already said. So using new technology, they were able to lift a clear thumbprint from the bag. They ran it through the National Fingerprint Database, AFIS, that we talk about all the time. And they got a fucking hit.
They did?
They got a fucking hit. The print belonged to a man named James Paul Eaton. Eaton was a 36-year-old and living in Illinois. Critically, he had lived in Palatine, the same town as Amber, and was 19 at the time of the murder.
19 years old.
19. I doubt he was driving a luxury vehicle. I cannot get over that. His fingerprints hadn't been on file back in 97. Not that it really would have. I mean, it would have mattered. I'm sure. Maybe.
I don't know how old APHIS was, but like the databases and all that shit.
Yeah.
State to state and all that.
Understood.
You know,
they were only entered in the system in 2000 after he got a minor arrest for possession of drug paraphernalia because he was a stellar fucking stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Let's back up 1 second and just consider the fact that this was a 19-year-old boy who did this crime to a 14-year-old girl.
I know.
I wanted us all to take a moment to realize he raped and beat her extensively, cut her aggressively in the face, and then bit her on the neck so deeply that they were able to get dental records from that bite.
Oh, God.
And then suffocated her with a trash bag over her head.
Fuck?
And then wrote hi on her hand. And left her half naked.
Such a fucking... Ugh.
Exactly.
That gets that... Ugh.
With a name and a face, investigators started tailing Eaton. Tail that bitch. They followed him to a train station. As he stood waiting, he smoked a cigarette. Actually, I heard it was 2. And when he was done, he flicked it onto the ground.
They snatch her up.
They sure did. They moved in and discreetly recovered those butts. They rushed it to the lab for DNA testing. The result was a perfect match to the male DNA recovered from Amber Creek's body. Even though police were confident they had their main guy, questions lingered about whether he acted alone, a thread that would complicate the case for years to come. I want to highlight that I cannot say that he did it, that he did it solo,
okay,
if you will. But I guess they just pondered it. I think because of like where the body was found, how it was found, it probably made more sense that it was somebody else that helped him.
Right.
Whether or not it was more than one guy that she had hopped into the car with, we don't know. I'm so sorry, but you're not gonna get a nut from knowing the rest of this like story in its greatest detail.
Yeah,
because this dude never admits anything either.
Mm.
It's always the stupid little mistakes on this one. 17 years of getting away with it, and you're taken down by a cigarette butt. I love to see it. I love to see shitty people getting fucked right in the bum hole by their shitty, like by a tiny little thing.
I know. Like when they do it on the TV interviews and they're like, here, you want some water? And they're like, I didn't do it. Sure, I'll take some water. And I'm like,
right.
Yeah. I always
thirsty bitch.
I always wanted to
drink that water.
I always
get that DNA.
Drink up.
Shove your tongue into it. Right. I also did wonder too, because I'm a douchebag. And I was like, I wonder if when he got arrested, he was like, I knew I should have quit smoking. It was the cigarette that got him.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you that's what I would think. Like, I knew the nicotine was bad. I couldn't keep them out of my fingers.
I always wanted to be the one person that sneaks up and gets it. Like, because you know how they always like sneak up after and they stake out their trash and they wait and they go get. I always wanted to be that person.
All right, just start stealing people's used water bottles.
Stealing people's trash.
I'm going to start just fake tailing people. I've always want to see if I get away with tailing somebody.
How weird would you feel though if like you still smoked and you flicked a cigarette and you just see some girl with gloves in her pocket come up behind you?
I would come up and be like, what the fuck are you doing? That's my DNA and I'm not here for it.
Right?
That's how people fucking clone you. I'm not letting anyone take my hair from a hairbrush. No. And I would be the person to notice it too.
You would. I would not notice at all.
I'm going to tail Drew one day. I'm just going to be driving behind him. I feel like he would notice. I feel like I also have like a vehicle that like I'm gonna rent a vehicle. I'm gonna tail you and your family. That sounds like the most insane, terrifying threat. I'm not gonna do any of those things. You're safe. Okay. Anyway, with the DNA and fingerprint match, police finally had their man, and the stage was set for a trial that was 17 years in the making. We almost breeze past the length of time, and we just can't. 17 years ago, this is 2025 for whenever your sweet little ears are listening. 17 years ago was 2008.
Oh, God.
Soak it up.
What?
Soak it up like a sponge.
Soak it up.
And realize how long ago.
Yeah. And how
Think
long
of what the
took.
fuck you were doing in 2008. Like,
I'd rather
that's
not.
what I'm saying. It's like, think about how much time has elapsed, how many changes have happened.
Yeah.
And to imagine this whole time wondering where, like,
and their family and stuff, like
Yes.
her family. And I have a question. I don't know if you're going to answer this.
Probably
or
not, but
it's
give it to me.
okay. What was this fuckhead doing this whole, like, did he got caught for drug paraphernalia, but did he have any other charges?
no.
How
From my understanding,
insane is that?
I went through and I was like, I couldn't find any for fucking once, man. I couldn't find anything on him. And that's
Yeah.
great. I'm
That-
happy that they did not give him the publicity that he
Good.
did not
I'm glad
fucking
she got it.
deserve.
Right.
Yeah. But it also meant I couldn't find his birthday.
It's crazy.
And you have to think too, 97, even 2014. I'm like, was he on Facebook? Like, what was he doing?
because like, how do you go from like something this intense when you're 19 years old
Yeah.
to, oh, you got caught with some meth or whatever the hell, like years later? Like, that doesn't make
And who knows? Yeah, I wondered
just
the
drugs,
same thing.
whatever. But like either way.
It could have been weed, coke,
anything. But
Molly.
like,
Do you want me to keep listing drugs?
but,
No, you're completely
like,
right.
Normally they escalate, and that's what people talk about on in all the documentaries and stuff. Like,
But he's not a serial killer.
right? They either escalate. So how is this just a one off? Like, that
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Actually, sister,
I'm angry.
what is it? 99.9% of murders are one-off, sister. They are not serial killers. It is an act of violence and passion in one moment.
It's just, yeah, but
So
like,
it makes a lot of sense to me.
to do nothing else after.
Of course.
You're
He
just
was
like,
19, was probably drunk and partying.
I don't know.
Something went awry. They had a trash bag in the vehicle and they realized they went too far. It could have also, like, he raped her. We don't know if and he had touched the garbage bag. That's the other part. Was it him who did the other items?
I don't know.
Like, I think it makes sense. He could have done that and was like, and realized he got away with it and just kept living life and never did another thing.
Well, let's hope that's accurate, because who knows? Or he could have just not gotten caught again.
Yeah, but they would have investigated him enough to be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
where was he living all of these years? Was there a dead? They do their due diligence usually. I would presume on this one. But my assumption is that he fucking partied hard, was a fucking douche canoe piece of absolute dog piss and shit,
Yeah. I agree
and
with
got
that
away
one.
with it once and was like, not again though. Not again. Though.
I hope that's right. I just say I hope that's right. Like, so there's no more Ambers out there. You know what I mean? It's fucking terrible.
I agree. But that was also once more 17 years later. So the dude, I bet he was so fucking shocked. I bet he was so blown away by being arrested for that he was just like, how? Ooh, a big yawn.
Yeah.
And came in so hard and fast, like me into my parking spot. Yeah, I bet he was fucking terrified and couldn't believe it.
Well, at least bare minimum, I hope his asshole was puckered and he had to look over his shoulder for 17 years. I hope so.
I hope that too.
I hope so.
I desperately hope that
I hope
too.
that he was on edge for 17 years, this piece of shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless you're like a serial killer, I don't think you're not terrified of
Right.
that happening,
Well,
right?
shit, I get nervous even if I'm not speeding and a cop gets behind me and I'm like, why am I scared? Like, I'm not
I
a drug
am
mule.
too.
Like, you know?
I'm always scared too. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to find my insurance card. Where's my insurance card? Do you know you're logging to State Farm? I don't know. What am I doing? Always. But I'm just
That's
fucking...
you, and then I get pulled over because I forgot to renew my tags and they were 10 months over. Look at her face. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
And I remind you all the time. Oh my gosh. My type A-ness.
Yeah, you're tight.
Heather.
You're tight anus.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a tight anus. Stresses me out. You stress me, and I'm gonna finish with my story.
All right.
I'm gonna let you sit over there with your loose anus because you have no type A in you. Anyway, an arrest is a massive victory in the case this old, but it's never the end of the story.
Right.
Now, let's talk about the legal battle. The first chapter would see a major setback from the prosecution, a surprising plea deal, and a sentence that left many wondering if it truly amounted to any justice for Amber Creek.
Oh, no.
James Eaton was charged with first-degree intentional homicide and hiding a corpse. Bail was set at a staggering amount. Reports vary between $500,000 and a full $1 million.
Okay.
The case seemed straightforward. They had his fingerprint on the murder weapon and his DNA on the victim. But then prosecution hit a major snag. Always fun. A judge ruled that key information from Eaton's police interrogation could not be used in court.
Why?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because police had continued to question him after he had asked for a lawyer.
Motherfuck. I knew you were going to say that.
Right, always the case.
Ugh.
They ignored his request until he made it for a third time. It was a classic procedural error, and it meant any potential confession or reaction he had during that time was inadmissible.
That sucks.
Boom, boom. More shit where you can get mad over. I was on heroin myself when I wrote that sentence. I'm not.
Read it how you wrote it.
More shit where you get so mad. It kind of did work. More shit where you get so mad over it. But then again, if you were innocent and you would beg for this, there we go. You would beg for this kind of shit. So it's one of those things where it's like,
oh God. Okay.
Yes, we can get mad about it and be like, what the fuck? But if you were innocent and because we have seen this happen a million times, if you were innocent, you'd be really, really grateful for this moment of them fucking shit up. Whatever. On October 25th of 2016, with the trial looming, James Eaton took a deal. He pleaded no contest to a reduced charge of first-degree reckless homicide. First-degree reckless homicide. For anyone who doesn't know, a no contest, okay? That plea is a strange beast. It means the defendant isn't admitting guilt, but they are acknowledging that the prosecution has enough evidence to convict them if the case went to trial.
Right.
As the assistant district attorney, Robert Repeshuk, put it, I don't know if I said his name right, Eaton has nothing actually, wow. I can't read anymore, guys. Sorry. Eaton has not actually come out and said, I did this or I did that. So no confession, no answers. For a family that waited 17 years, the legal resolution offered literally no fucking emotional closure.
Right.
Just the cold calculus of a bullshit ass plea deal.
Right.
James Eaton got sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Okay.
However,
oh no,
under the terms of his sentence, he would be eligible for parole after just 10 years.
Shut up. No.
Yeah.
No.
Now, the judge did say in something else that I read, I can't tell you where the fuck I read it. They gave him the maximum sentence, but it's still, yeah.
And it's all like, I mean, what it boils down to is because they could have used all his other shit after he asked for a lawyer.
Yep.
And it would have been way more strict.
But he didn't admit anything.
Yeah.
He never admitted it. He never admitted it.
You're right.
And he kept saying, I want an attorney. I want an attorney.
Then they could have been like, well, he asked for an attorney. So
the only thing I could assume is that whenever he got arrested, maybe it would have been like, what for? Or they're like, Amber, which they would have. They would have been like, you're being arrested for the murder of Amber Creek. And he might not have even known her name.
But then they could have left him in the room like they do that sneaky shit with the cameras. Like,
I don't think they lost anything. The dude did no contest and got a plea deal.
Yeah.
I don't think he was here to brag about what he did either.
Right.
But anyway, if he would have gotten the full 40 years to 36 or 38-year-old, there's a chance you're going to be out in your golden years. But with fucking a 10-year sentence and you got out on parole, I mean, fuck, you can be married, live a full fucking life. Like, that's not fucking fair.
Yeah, and he was already free for 17 years afterwards.
Exactly.
Stupid fucker.
Stupid fucking cunt fuck.
What?
To add another layer of mystery, investigators have stated that another unnamed man was also under investigation for suspected involvement in the murder, leaving a lingering question again. Did he act alone? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know what he looked like as far as like how big of a guy he like.
You looked him up before.
I know, but
I told
like
you to look at him.
as far as like physicality wise, like
grab your phone. You have it on your browser.
Well, I'm just curious, just because like I mean,
I say that the photo you're seeing is him at 36 anyway.
Yeah. So my thought is just like, regardless of how in shape you are, like as Amber being
a 14-year-old girl, honey.
But deceased, I mean, at 14, that's bigger than I am now. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, a deceased person is still like a person that it would be
really quick. I have to say, she is a 14-year-old young girl. Chloe, you know, Chloe is 13. You could handle her dead body like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
And and Amber was the same size.
Got it.
So anyone could.
Yeah.
If you ask me, she was a small, petite girl.
Mm-hmm.
Dead, still small, petite girl.
Yeah.
He was a 19-year-old man. He was a big guy in his yesteryears. He got real skinny in prison. But I don't necessarily think it's that. I just think that it was the reason I think that it was another person and that he just never said who it was.
Mm-hmm. I
think it was another person because there's no other evidence of a crime like this. Like what you had said about him.
Yeah.
And I just think maybe this was a crime in a moment with another person that helped cause it to happen, if you will. So my assumption is because there wasn't evidence of him doing anything like this afterwards.
Right.
And it was a one-time crime.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something happened real weird with a friend.
Yeah.
But maybe the friend didn't rape. I mean, there was... I don't know.
Who knows? That is a theory, though, for sure.
So that's the story. We've gone from the discovery in the frozen marsh to the final sentence. And now that we have all the facts, we're left to reflect on what it means, the legacy of the case, and the true human cost of this crime. First and foremost, it's a story about the tragedy of Amber Creek's life. She was a vulnerable girl who fell through the cracks of the fucking system, which happens all the time. A system that's supposed to protect you, but then somehow she still gets tripped and falls into a fucking absolutely terrible situation.
Right.
It's also a story about forensic science and the fact that they're constantly opening up new cold cases, and the fact that nearly 2 decades later, a carelessly tossed cigarette and they were able to break open the case.
Mm-hmm.
Amber's uncle, Anthony Mowers, who I mentioned him before, probably said it best when he described how her murder shattered their world. He said their lives are now marked, quote, starkly before and after Amber, end quote. It's a permanent scar, a division in time for their entire family. And that's the sad story of Amber Gale Creek, murdered by this stupid fuck, James Eaton.
God. That was sad.
It was sad.
It's
always sad. We're never like, wow, that was a refreshing murder.
Right. But I mean, that she didn't have a very joyful time on Earth. She wasn't even here. She was only on here for 14 years, you know?
Yeah.
And she had a rough go of it. Sounds like the whole time. So.
Yeah. I mean, they said, I don't know. It sounded like she was a happy little girl at some point. I have no idea. They said at a young age. I'm like, bitch, she was 14. How much younger of an age?
Right.
Like, does that mean she was sexually assaulted at like 6?
Oh, God.
Like, that's the thing whenever you have these like open-ended things where you can't, unless we go and interview the mother to really understand what truly happened. It's like, what was going on? You're right. Was her whole life just fucking sadness? And then she got depressed and then got into drugs and alcohol and then was acting in a way that she would have never acted if she was grown up in a happy, health, safe, loving home.
Right.
Do we turn and look at the mother and be angry with her?
There's a lot of different ways that you can look at it.
Are we mad at the dad? We can't be mad at the dad, right?
You can't really be mad at anybody but James and associates, if there's an associate.
Right.
Like, because I mean, it just sucks that choices choices have a butterfly effect and they keep going and going. So the mom's choice trickled down and,
right.
And
it was it the mom's bad deeds that then drove the daughter to act a certain way that then the father couldn't cope with having her because she was acting out, trying to cope with her own scars that she never even had the wound cleaned out in any capacity.
She didn't even ask for it. Like it's unfortunate all around.
I don't think most people ask for their scars.
Right. It's very unfortunate.
It is. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was a shitty story.
At least that there was some justice, if you want to call it that. Like at least they caught the person. So
yes.
What's his name? James.
Let me look right now. I'm going to check really quick.
What's his name? James Eaton?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I want to see because he's out of his.
See if he's still.
It didn't pop up anywhere when I was looking at him.
He's holding some big guy's pocket and his name's Paco Big Dong.
He must still be in there. There's nothing that says that he got out.
Hope bad things happen to him.
Dude, I'm sure it is. Yeah, nothing I see here implies that he got out of jail. So
well, good.
Big pluses on that. Because he now is at 11 years. So
yeah. Well, at least they closed the case. And I'm just thankful that no other Ambers.
And they just got a new cold case detective here in Owensboro.
Yeah.
I want to have him on.
I was going to talk to you about that too.
No, we'll try to figure it out.
Yes, we should.
All right, everyone. Like, rate, review, subscribe.
Yes. And if you subscribe, you can do it on Spotify because you can actually watch us and it's free. You do not have to have a Spotify subscription. I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. You do not have to have a subscription to Spotify to watch us for free.
That is wonderful.
That is. Yes.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Don't forget, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
We love you. Bye.
We love you. Bye.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, a couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I pet that dog?